Let's make impossible, wasteful, and pointless mixing possible.
Hello everyone. Today, we'd like to think about mixing. Shuanpei-san, thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone. I'd like to talk about the issues with mixing. I believe everyone receives various orders from customers, and in such cases, we have to use many kinds of raw materials. I'd like to discuss with you what problems arise when blending these materials. Ishikawa-san, there are 5 issues as the first point. Could you explain them one by one?
Sure. The first issue is that with traditional mixing methods, when mixing additives or master batches at less than 500 grams per hour, mixing irregularities occur. Secondly, when mixing colorants at less than 500 grams per hour, color irregularities occur. The third issue is that mixing raw materials with different melt index causes mixing irregularities.
Is this the same as when the resin pressure fluctuates?
Yes, for example, when mixing HDPE and LDPE, or C4 and C6. The fourth issue is when mixing raw materials with different specific gravities. For example, when mixing a main ingredient with a specific gravity of 0.9 and a recycled material with a specific gravity of 0.3, mixing irregularities occur. The fifth issue is that it is impossible to perform micromixing at less than 300 grams per hour.
It can't be done? I see. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the second point. This concerns the problem of leftover raw materials, which remain in a mixed state. Ishikawa-san, please continue.
Yes, first, with a separate mixing machine that has a 100 kilograms tank, nearly 10 kilograms of mixed raw materials remain.
10 kilograms remains in a mixed state.
Not only that, but about 5 kilograms of raw material remains in the hopper above the extruder at the end of production.
5 kilograms? And this is also mixed raw material?
It cannot be used, so in most cases, it is discarded.
I see. That's troublesome. Thank you. Ishikawa-san, there's another problem, isn't there?
Yes, when mixing raw materials with a separate mixing machine, sometimes the mixing switch is forgotten to be turned off due to other tasks.
Aha, that can happen.
When that happens, the entire 100 kilograms of raw material remains in the tank, and 50 kilograms of raw material gets filled in the hopper.
Ah, a total of 150 kilograms.
It's a big issue. Another issue is that replenishing raw materials is not always timely.
When that happens, the film breaks or the molded product becomes defective halfway through.
There is the other problem that mixed raw materials must always be used during startup or changeovers.
I see. So, we always had to keep using mixed raw materials. But now, we can think about not using some raw materials during these times.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, not using some raw materials during startup or changeover for several tens of minutes could bring significant annual benefits. Thank you. We have discussed various aspects of mixing. Now, let's talk about how using the MaceCon can address these issues. Ishikawa-san, please go ahead.
Sure. Let's actually try mixing additives or master batches at less than 500 grams with the MaceCon. Let's start the machine.
So, these are the footages.
Yes, that's right. It's going in now.
The screw is cutting it out. This isn't actually mixing. This is the mysterious part of the MaceCon, which doesn't actually mix.
Yes, that's right. The ingredients are being fed in according to the ratio in this antlion system.
I see, there's no agitator. By the way, this device below the machine is the test unit, right?
Yes, it's a test unit simulating an extruder.
Actually, the extruder with the screw and cylinder is equipped here. Let's see if the mixed resin maintains the mixing ratio by taking it out and sorting it with tweezers to check the accuracy. What were the results?
Here are the results.
Wow, impressive accuracy. Thank you. Next, let's talk about color irregularities when the mixing ratio is low. But is MazeCon capable of handling it?
Sure. Let's mix pigment at less than 500 grams per hour and see how it goes. Starting the machine now.
Wow, it's flowing smoothly. The footage on the right shows the state of the screw tip, which seems very stable.
Yes, it's mixing well.
Now, let's address the issue of mixing raw materials with different flow abilities. Ishikawa-san will explain while we conduct an experiment. Please go ahead.
Yes. For this example, we'll mix HDPE and LDPE, which was difficult with separate mixing machines, using MazeCon.
That used to be challenging.
We're starting now.
It's flowing just like before. This is with high mixing ratio, right?
Yes, we're mixing at 60% and 40%.
So, it works even with a 50-50?
No problem.
I see. Next, let's talk about non-heated recycling methods that are becoming popular. For those concerned about low apparent specific gravity raw materials, this is another area where MazeCon excels. Please go ahead.
Yes, here we mix a main raw material with a specific gravity of 0.9 and a non-heated raw material with 0.3. We're cutting it out now.
Is it okay?
No problem. You can see it entering the antlion system perfectly.
There's no mixing mechanism here either. Here are the results. Now, let's talk about mixing that can't be done. Mixing at less than 300 grams per hour, even as low as 40 or 50 grams per hour, can be done with MazeCon. This is something only MazeCon by Mariyasu can do. Many people struggle with micromixing, so please explain, Ishikawa-san.
Yes. For micromixing at less than 300 grams per hour, we use a special unit called the microunit. This uses a loss-in-weight system. Let's actually cut it out and check the accuracy.
But the main body structure hasn't changed, right? You just set this unit on the original MazeCon device?
Yes, you just set it the same way. No settings needed.
Do you need to change any settings or make adjustments when setting the microunit?
Not at all.
Nothing at all? Just set this microunit and you can mix at tens of grams per hour?
Yes.
And there's no agitator?
It mixes without it.
Really? That's amazing. Let's show everyone. Please go ahead.
Yes, we're just cutting it out now.
It mixes appropriately?
Yes, it does.
Wow, that's incredible. You'd want to use this, right? I hear MazeCon has been shipped a lot.
Yes, thanks to our customers.
Any complaints?
0 complaints.
The minimum cutting amount is 40 grams per hour, right?
Yes, we have achievement of 40 grams per hour.
It's been so selling well that you got back orders recently. Everyone, if you're struggling with micromixing, please use this microunit. Thank you very much for your precious time today.